And
I do want to say that
I would like you to say
the
it.
only piece of feedback that I've received is
Right.
someone at a bar was like, Donald needs to be nicer to you. Like, don't, or I was like, don't let Donald bully you like that. I want everyone
Who
to know.
said that?
Some gay guy.
Say their name.
I want you to know.
No, say their name.
I want you
no,
to know.
Say their name.
I want you to
no,
know.
No, say their name. No, say their name right now.
I just want everyone to know that when, like, we have such an amazing relationship that when we're teasing each other, it's out of love and respect.
Yeah, it's like we finish each other's.
Stop! Donald, you can't do that as a podcast.
Oh, sorry, you guys.
Oh my God. Cut that out. Oh my God. We already just lost like our 2 fans that we got.
Lost everyone, but it was so worth it.
That was horrible.
Yeah, whatever. That's what you get for saying that I bully you.
Okay, thinkers. It's time to put your thinking caps on. It's time to think. You think?
Welcome to.
Hi, thinkers.
Hey, thinkies.
Welcome back to You Think,
a podcast by 2 gays that don't. I'm the Prima Donald.
and I'm Pink Pancake. Let's get to thinking.
Let's get our thinking caps on, brothers and sisters.
So wait, we have at this point of
Right.
of recording, we have released 2 episodes. Yeah, and the response has been amazing.
It's been really surreal to see like almost 50 followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
Almost 150 followers on Instagram.
Right, and so basically we're global. We're worldwide.
It's going global.
We're definitely global because Luke, Straight Luke, our editor, he is in Korea. So he is always kind of like bringing us to the opposite ends of the earth.
Right.
So we're very global.
And I really like that about us.
Okay, moving on. So basically we have so many fans and we're so excited to keep your earbuds kind of as nasal as possible.
No, but truly, like if I'm being so serious for once in my whole life, it's been so nice to read the 3 to 4 comments that are like, wow, this is so fun. Like, I feel like I'm hanging with, like, my gay besties, like, just hanging out. Like, so fun to catch up with you. And that's what we want this to be. It's like you're on this couch with us being screamed at in the ear.
Right. What a joy. What an honor. And our goal was to just let people come into our lives and come into our... Our goal was to bring everyone joy during these amazing times that we're living in.
And so far, we haven't achieved that goal.
Not yet, but we're going to
achieve that goal.
So let's get to our first. We have 3 segments on this podcast. Segment number 1 is
You Think,
and that's where we discuss what we have been up to this week, my
what
love.
we've been thinking
about. And segment number 2 is called
Groupthink,
and that is the things in pop culture that everyone is really thinking about as a society at large. And we're gonna break those down, and we're gonna break the ones down we did not get to yet. And then our 3rd segment is called
What Do You Even Think?
And we're gonna get to that one later, okay? So let's get this roast a cooking. What are you even thinking about?
Okay, well, yeah, let me start with You Think, because like you just named our 3rd segment, but I would really like to take it back to our 1st segment.
Okay, good.
So I'm thinking about a lot of things. The first thing is I feel like kind of a viral sensation that's going around is that this week I encountered a box. And this box was in the exact same pattern as my shirt. So I was wearing a shirt to work this week, and the pattern was like a very specific, random,
very 1970s, yeah,
very 70s inspired, you know, very 70s inspired design. And so I was walking around the office in this shirt, and I was walking, and then I was on my phone, but I saw in the corner out of my eye a box, and I was like, and I kept walking, and then I thought to myself, wow, that box kind of looked exactly like my shirt. And then I like took a couple steps back, like in a cartoonish way in reverse. And I was like, wait, this box is my shirt. And and then I was like, you're tripping. And I was like, oh no, what's happening? Like something horrible is happening. And so I like brought it to my coworker, and I was like,
Something horrible's happened.
I was like, is this
Well,
real?
it's embarrassing. It's like, who wore it better?
Who wore it better?
And who did wear it better?
I would say the box definitely looked boxier than I did.
Okay. You had more curves. Yeah. You had that hourglass figure.
And so I was like, you're seeing this too, basically. And the internet has decided it's a glitch in the matrix. Like, the internet has decided. And they've all weighed in. In. It's a glitch in the matrix.
So we should probably bring this to the group think if the entire internet is...
Right. Because they're all chiming in. And I know that this is more of like an audio medium, so you can't really see what I was wearing. But trust me, if you go anywhere, search hot gay guy shirt. You're
gonna find it. It's the News Zara shirt.
Yeah, plus box. What are you even thinking about?
I'm thinking about something that happened to us. We were at a dear friend's birthday party in Brooklyn, and we were just hanging out at the bar, minding our own beeswax. This young woman comes up to us and says to Donald, "I'm so sorry to bother you, but did you go to Muhlenberg College?" And I was like, well, I also went to Muhlenberg College. Of course, I made it about myself immediately. But he's like, yeah, why? And she said, well, I went to Muhlenberg. I'm like a recent grad. And you are one of like the successful people that graduated from the school. You're like one of, the few successful people. And I was like, I went to Muhlenberg too. Like, I'm a drag queen. And it got worse.
It got way worse.
It got way worse than that because I was like, wait, you look familiar. And then I said, were you in Jim Peck's class like 2 years ago? I went and did a talk for your class.
Right.
Because I went in to talk about my one-woman show.
Right.
Today You Are a Man, about my bar mitzvah, honey. And she was like, oh my God, yeah. So not only did she recognize Donald as the only successful person that graduated from our school besides Frankie Grande, she also knew me from a past. She literally like sat in class and I monologued to their class.
Yeah.
And she did not recognize me right away.
And if she's listening to this podcast right now, we are supposed to get coffee, and I've just been so slow to respond. But what I will say is,
wow, she didn't ask me for coffee.
It's an honor to be recognized, amongst the greats like Frankie Grande. She asked if I knew him, and I was like, "Ugh, that is so horrible to ask me." But yes, he was in my fraternity. I wouldn't say I know him, but yeah, we are. I'd say two of the titans of Muhlenberg. Overall.
Yeah.
But that's
awesome.
I thought it was really cool. And then we told her all about our friendship origin story.
Mm-hmm.
And how, you are also from Muhlenberg.
Yeah. I also went there.
Yeah. So, hey, I thought it was cool.
But I'm kind of the co-host of like a new hit gay podcast.
Yeah.
So I feel like, where are my flowers?
Listen, you are way closer to buying an apartment than I am.
That's true. So that's kind of something I've really been thinking about.
Well, I feel like if we're talking about things that we're thinking about, we have to address the elephant in the room. I've been on the road, I've been on the road.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back.
Yeah, I've been on the road, and not road beauty, honey. ROZE. Get the H out of there. I went to Florida to visit my mom, and then
Wait, what the heck was get the H out of there? What does that mean?
Okay, so my followers are very familiar with Road Beauty.
Yeah.
And that's gonna go ahead.
Isn't it spelled RHODE?
Yeah.
But you just spelled it wrong.
What'd
so you're
I say?
stupid.
What'd
You said
I say?
RODE. Get the H out of here. So you're just stupid.
Well, I was saying and then rearrange the letters however you want. You can add an A wherever you want.
Yeah. That's how so I know that you're about to tell a story. But
no, I'd love you to go on.
Yeah. In fourth grade.
And I would love you.
In fourth grade, I did a spelling bee, like a fourth grade spelling bee. And I was actually the first one out on the first round. And I'm horrible at spelling. And I get it from my mom, who's not listening. I even checked in with her and I said, you don't listen to the podcast, right? And she's like, I don't know you have a podcast, but I'm not listening.
My mom does listen, by the way.
Hey, Lisa. Yeah. Sorry about that one.
Well, it's okay. You can do whatever you need.
Yeah, I'm going to. So anyway, everyone got like fun little words like cat, dog, sit,
pussycat, meow, meow, meow.
And I got the first word was couch. And I decided to spell that like in a more unique, creative way. And I was
always had a mind for creativity.
Yeah. And I kind of spelled it COWCH.
Oh, couch.
Yeah, like couch.
Right.
Which should be the spelling.
Right.
Because that U makes no sense.
So, hey, Merriam-Webster, if you're listening to this podcast,
swipe up.
Swipe up.
Yeah. So that's really messed up, and I was humiliated, and I just literally had to sit down and watch everyone spell for rounds before anyone else got out. But I thought that was unfair that I got a hard
That's unfair.
word and everyone else got dog and cat, and
That's
I still
unfair.
remember it to this day.
I mean, I would argue that couch is an easy word
for a fourth grader,
for a toddler. But that's just what I'm saying. I also want to call out our incredible producer Peter. We can see him in the background currently knitting, which is so adorable. Feel free
and he's
to
kind of giggling along.
And giggling. He's giggling along. Whenever you have a break from that knitting, feel free to get a BTS video of us recording the pod. We need some social content for the pod.
Yeah, we really need some social content for the pod. So anyway, you were traveling. You were visiting
I was
your
traveling.
Mom.
Okay, so I visited my mom. It was
Who's listening right now, maybe.
Who's listening? Mom, love you. And it was so great to see her. So we were in Boca Raton, Florida. The sun was shining. The grass was green. And my mom has a dog named Sammy. And Sammy is so sweet and so fun. And we love hanging out with Sammy. And, we get there and we're like, where is Sammy? We haven't seen much of Sammy. And what I came to learn was that my mom and stepdad, who are both retired, they actually bring the dog to daycare every single day.
Whoa.
What do you think about that?
I feel like no shade, Lisa. Love you.
Shade my mother on national television.
I'm just like, why do you have a dog if you just want it to be in daycare all day?
So
what's the point of dog?
So I manned up, and yes, gender is a construct, but I manned up, and I asked that question.
And what did she say?
I was like, no homo.
Yeah.
But why do you have a dog if it goes to doggy daycare every day?
Yeah.
And they said, well, it's the same price as if you do it twice a week as every day. So we might as well drop him off every day.
And that is Judaism.
Honey, and that's the economy.
Ooh, that was a bad one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. When you had a dog, was it at daycare every day?
Yeah, but it was just my mom was the daycare.
Yeah.
I had a dog named Toby. I named him after Tobey Maguire, who was the first person that made me realize that I was a homosexual. I was in the movie theater watching Spider-Man, the first making of Spider-Man the movie. And Tobey Maguire gets bit by a spider, spoiler alert. He turns into, back then, superhero movies, they just had like nice bodies. They were like somewhat attainable.
Right.
Nowadays it's like unattainable.
Yeah.
But he woke up and was like, oh wait, I'm like ripped in the mirror, and I felt something moving in my pants.
Ooh,
moving. And that's when I realized that I was a homosexual. And so I did unintentionally name my dog Toby after Tobey Maguire. And he was a really good boy.
Aww.
Yeah.
And as someone who recently did pup play, I know this is an issue close to your heart.
Yeah, and I was just like kind of honoring him, Toby. I didn't do like the whole mask situation, but I definitely was on all fours and I definitely barked.
Hey, that's disgusting.
And I definitely
this is a family podcast.
Definitely licked like sapped water up from a bowl.
So on to the next topic. So
and I loved it, and I don't need to do it again.
Yeah,
but I did go back a second time.
I
always like to do something twice.
Right.
Wait, I feel like we need to update people about the massage parlor. I keep calling it parlor, but
yeah,
it's
like
not
we're
a
in the
parlor.
1920s.
Yeah. I unconfirmed. Maybe next episode I'll walk the one block to see. But there was an article that came out that said that a massage studio. What are they called? A massage place? A masseuse woosey place in Upper East Side was shut down by the NYPD because they were running a sex ring. And
if the glove fits.
Yeah. And so I think that it
Yeah.
might have been the place that tried to give me a rub and tug that I denied twice.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like Peter in the story of Jesus. Doesn't he like denies him twice
Yeah, I don't think it had
him?
to do with rub and tugs, to be honest.
I know, but it's like a denying
It's
thing.
related.
Like I
Yeah,
can like relate to that story.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool update. I think justice has been served. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I hope they're okay. That's really scary.
Yeah, that's really scary. Justice has been served.
Something that's not scary is the next thing that I've been thinking about.
Okay,
probably.
wait. What have you been thinking about? Like, don't
once
be
I
shy.
get to my notes,
Don't
I'll
be
like
shy.
fully know what I'm thinking about. Oh my god. Okay, so my dear sister, Black Cherry, incredible drag queen in New York City, New York, New York. She hosted a bunch of friends at her boyfriend's lake house for a crawfish boil, and it was my first ever crawfish boil.
So you've been traveling as well.
I've also been traveling. I went to New Jersey. My friend Allison drove us. I don't even know how far it was because, honey, time flies when you're having fun.
It was 3 easy passes away.
Yeah, time flies when you're a passenger princess.
Right.
A passenger princess.
Also, like for the straight women who are watching this, which is 100%. When my friend says sister, he doesn't mean biological. He means like gay people say like, "Oh, my sister."
Right. Right. And it's confusing. I love talking to like my parents and being like, she, blah, 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 blah. And just like, wait, I'm confused. And wait, one time, so completely like just on this tangent, but not related to what I was talking about before.
Don't relate it to anything.
Plasma and I went to dinner with Kristen and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I kept calling Plasma she.
Yeah.
And they were like really nervous about they're like, wait, what are her pronouns? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It's just like, it's a gay thing and like a drag queen thing.
Right.
But she is like a nice thing to say.
Yeah.
Like if we're respecting someone, we're going to call them a she.
Like,
if we're disrespectful or if we don't care about someone, that's a man.
That's a man.
But
men should continue to be disrespected.
Yeah.
Unless they're literally you and I in any venue. In the podcast
or Peter,
space.
Or Straight Luke, who's editing this right now.
Yeah, we really thank you. Look into each camera and say, I thank you. I thank you. And I thank you.
And I thank you. And what was I talking about?
A never-ending midnight sigh.
That is Peter. Yeah. That Donald's husband's name is Peter, and that is literally his
You went to the
nightmare.
lake house, honey, and no one got murdered.
I went to the lake house. Yeah, it was. I love a scary movie, but it would be an amazing setup for the beginning of a scary movie.
Right.
But no one got murdered. Actually, a lot of people did get murdered. It weren't people; they were crawfish. Cherry did this incredible crawfish boil. Got crawfish imported from Louisiana. It was like
spell Louisiana.
P. So Cherry brought all this crawfish. They were all alive, and I'm a very slow moving person, unfortunately, and I realized this.
You could remove the word moving.
Well, I'm not slow in the head. Like I'm really smart.
Oh.
So smart. So I realized how slow I was in moving.
Sorry, Chris. Sorry, Chris.
Who's Chris? Oh, okay, I get it.
Unfortunately, you proved my point.
Yeah. Darn it. So
gotcha.
Darn it. When we got there, I was in charge of dicing the onions and making like tiny little pieces.
Cry.
Oh, baby, I cried. And Cherry was in charge of cutting everything else. She cut everything in two. Like it was potatoes and things like that.
Beans, potatoes, tomatoes. Yams.
I forget. There was oranges involved. Anyway, she had a lot of things to cut. She finished before me.
Do you ever wish you were uncut?
Yeah.
I don't wish that.
You don't wish that? When you wish
upon a star. Okay, keep going.
Anyway, but the crawfish boil was incredible. There was an amazing group of queer people. It was like we were kind of.
I love the LGBTQIA plus community.
Yeah, me too, man.
You know, I'm ready to say that on this podcast.
Wow.
I love
get on
the
your soapbox.
LGBTQIA plus community. I think there is something so special about them.
I love them. They do their little thing. And so it was fun to be amongst them. But I will say,
but it was, where was I?
In this party? You were in Florida.
I was out of town. Keep going.
Yeah. So you were seeing that you weren't seeing your dog. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'll tell you that much.
He was at doggy daycare.
He
is a he.
Yeah, he's a he.
Yeah. So yeah, Cherry made all of this. Like it was so much food. It was incredible. And if you haven't done a crawfish boil before, it's pretty intense to like open up the crawfish and how you eat it, and Cherry did a thing of showing us how to do it, And it was incredible. And
we should text her about tonight.
She's out of town.
She's out of town. Okay,
she's in Texas right now. So I love her so much. The way that she's able to bring people together and inspire like community and like chosen family. I don't
inspire community or chosen family.
So just because I'm like rooting someone up and bringing someone up doesn't mean I'm bringing you down.
I feel like it'd be a really good venue.
That is what white people have to realize. Just because someone is succeeding does not mean that you have less.
I don't know. I kind of feel like this would be a really great venue in which to lift me up.
And lift me up when it's all up. We're really into singing today.
This is singing. I'm so sorry. Speaking of, they just announced the cast of Celebrity UK Traders next season. Did you see who's on it?
If Tom Daly's not back, then I quit.
No, it's a singer, and he sings, "You're beautiful.
You're beautiful. It's true."
Who sings that?
I saw your face. I think it's Christina Aguilera.
It's gonna go ahead and be James Blunt.
Blunt?
Yeah, you would know that. You like to smoke a fat one every now and then.
Is he related to Emily?
No.
The thing about being gay is we add A's to the end of the word no. So Noah. So, and my dad loves to make fun of that to me.
Right. Yeah. And you even have people in your family named Noah.
Yeah, but we can't talk about it.
Oh, no, this is an adult podcast.
Talk about the children.
We're not going to talk about any children on this podcast besides the Children of the Corn. Have you seen that film?
I've seen videos of the musical Shucked on YouTube, which it feels similar.
Right. It's more about murderous children.
Oh, I saw weapons.
But anyways, I wanted to say, so after you went on that incredible adventure, crab.
Well, it kind of was shucking. It was shucking crabs.
Right.
It wasn't crabs. It was crawfish. It was a boil. Huh?
I continued on my way from this family trip to LA. And I was there on a work trip, which was fabulous. I was presenting. I was hosting a panel. There's this big marketing conference at work, and I was hosting a panel at the Bravo fandom with 2 Bravo celebrities. A couple things that were fun and funny about this. One, my husband, my love, came with me on this work trip, which he rarely does. But
it's a big butt
with a tattoo on it. I was like, you should come to this. You're already off work. And usually when I travel for work, I'm like truly working nonstop. But this, I was hosting a panel and had a little more free time. So a couple things happened. Number one, I got to show Peter my LA office, which is like literally a college campus.
I saw it. I went to visit.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, and I've always known that.
Yeah.
Why don't I remember the time we were in LA together?
It was one time.
You saw my office?
Yeah.
So cute, right?
I feel like... Oh, wait. Did John Malloy show me your office?
Yeah, because I did not show you that.
John Malloy showed me your office.
Well, guess what? It was
the same office.
No, but now it's new and improved. It's so much nicer now. It's so much nicer.
Okay.
They really built out like a college campus vibe. It was so cute. Peter got to read there. We got to tour the town. And then I had a rehearsal for this panel presentation thing until like 5. And then I get like 2 free passes a year to Universal Studios. And I was like, Peter, should we go and do a roller coaster? We're here together. Like usually when I travel to work alone, I'm not like going on a roller coaster alone. So Peter and I ran to Universal Studios. We got there at 5:15. We said, we are here. They said, okay, this closes at 6. We said, amazing. We sprinted to the Mario ride.
It's a Mario.
Yeah, and I'm a huge fan of Super Mario Bros. All I will say,
Did you watch the movies?
Yes, there's only one so far, but the second is also out.
Oh,
but it's not on a VOD streaming yet.
Wait, you watched? I didn't know you watched them.
I watched the first one.
No one invited me to watch them.
Well, guess what? I don't usually watch anything cartoon animated, but I loved Mario.
You hate cartoon animated.
I hate cartoon. I'm just
you hate things that are for children.
I'm like, be real.
You're just like, this is for children. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, be real for once. But I have to say, I love the Super Mario movie, and I'm not just saying that because I work for NBC Universal. I really loved it, and so we ran to this ride. The ride was not exactly for me. But the Mummy ride is for me. It's dark, it's scary, it's twisted.
The movie The Mummy, is that what it's about?
Yeah.
The movie The Mummy was one of the first like scary movies I watched as a kid, and I remember feeling so brave watching it because it was so scary and I felt like I was too young.
You felt like you wanted to say what you wanted to say. And
let the words come out. Yeah.
And honestly,
I want to see you be a mummy.
So Mummy Sita was so cute. And then I did a panel and it was a little more like marketing-y than like the usually like spilled tea type of panels. So we had 2 Bravo celebrities who I love so much. And we briefed them before and I was like, okay, this is going to be marketing-y. And so we're going to have to like, change our voices up. And also
talk more like this.
And talk more like this. And what is the value proposition here? But they did really great. But I had 2 favorite moments. Number 1, apparently Seth MacFarlane.
Apparently I'm on TV right now. And apparently.
So Seth MacFarlane had presented earlier in the day. And so the green room that we had was the one that he had earlier. I have some news. He likes ginger ale.
Oh, me too. I'm right now I'm drinking a tequila ginger ale.
I'm just like,
I think he's so hot. Is that weird?
I think he has an amazing voice.
Amazing voice, singing and speaking.
Yeah.
He has a really like deep voice, sexy vibes.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant brain. Comedy for days.
And I was just like, I felt such a kinship with him because my tummy's always hurting. So I say, where's the nearest ginger ale?
Yeah.
And to know that that's an item he liked, I was like, okay, I feel at home. And everything else was so fabulous.
Wait, that was your favorite thing. What was the second favorite thing?
The second favorite thing is we went through all the questions with the ladies beforehand. And then we got on stage and I asked a question and one of them said, I don't understand the question. And I said, I have to be honest, this is why I love Bravo celebrities.
Yeah.
They're so fun. They're so real. Like it became such a funny moment and I couldn't stop laughing on stage in that moment. Because I was like, this is hysterical. And everyone else was laughing. So I just appreciated it a lot. It's really fun when things go off script, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
I'm going back to LA in a couple weeks for the Las Culturistas Culture Awards.
Can I come?
You can definitely come stay in my hotel.
But I can't come to the awards.
You have to buy a ticket. And if anyone's looking to buy tickets, you can buy them right now. I mean, I don't know when this is going to air, but it probably is after.
We do know when. Yeah.
We know.
Okay, I have a few things I want to say things about.
Hey, speak on it.
I have one like really quick thing that I've been thinking about a lot is I have 2 petitions to add to like the dictionary of the lexicon of the world. One is I think we need to say crossy more. And I feel like
crossy,
like cross-dresser, crossy.
Oh.
And I brought this up to my drag sisters Plasma and Cherry.
Right.
And they agree. And so I'm really trying to like bring this out into the vernacular more and like really bring this word back. Crossy, I feel like is fully back because of Brian Nome. Because he is a crossy. But I want people to refer to like drag queens as crossies again. Because it's so fun.
That's
a fun
word.
It's just like a silly little word.
I was just speaking about the Las Culturistas Culture Awards in which we just announced the nominations. And I want to read a category where maybe crossy could be a part of that. This is the Bootylicious Prize for Is a Word Now. The nominees are Slater, Microdermabrasion, Legiterally, Frame Mog, and T. Where would crossy lie in that lexicon?
What do you mean? Where would it lie?
Like, do you think it would win?
Probably. Oh. Well,
or you don't want to see me be brave.
I think that it's like a next year category because we're trying to bring it in now, and those are things that are winning awards for this year. But I'm trying to bring it into the lexicon now, and I have another thing I want to bring into the lexicon.
Bring it in.
So people say the word dickmatized a lot,
right?
And about people who are like, because their partner has like such a big hog, they maybe will look past certain things. And I want to bring.
That's what people say about Peter and me. Keep going.
Right. Yeah. I don't know who they're talking about, but but I want to bring into the world. homatize. Because I think you can be homatized. And
Speak
I
on
once
it.
was very homatized.
Speak on it by Twink Tyler.
By Twink Tyler.
Let's call him by his name.
Yeah.
Look, I'm looking you in the eyes, Twink Tyler. I never liked you, and I told that to your face.
Yes.
But guess what? My friend was homatized.
I was homatized by that man. By that twink. And I think it's very real. Like, I knew that it wasn't going to work out in the long run. And for some reason, it didn't. But yeah, I was homatized by the man. I think that, like, even though, like, a hole is not a hole. People say a hole's a hole. A hole's not a hole.
But it's a goal?
Every hole is unique. Every hole is a goal, but every hole is unique. And every hole feels different, and you can be homatized. And now I'm going to sit down from my soapbox.
There's so many qualities that can really transfix a person.
I'm like tipsy.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm having So for those who can't, because this is more of an audio podcast, I'm drinking a margarita. What are you drinking?
Tequila ginger ale. I already said that.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is it's noon on a Tuesday. Just kidding. It's the weekend.
It's Saturday.
Wait, so I wasn't done with my LA trip because you're being really weird.
Okay, no, I would never.
So Peter and I were like, going to hang out with our friends, and we're like, oh, we'd love to see. We have Tuesday night free, and they're like, great.
Which
we
friends?
could meet Jack and Cole. Our babies.
Love them. And Jack made the theme song for our podcast.
Jack made the theme song for our podcast,
and I do owe them a gift still for staying with them.
Yeah,
Buzz
you owe them a big gift.
No, a big gift. We already know what we're getting them. We just like have not crossed the I's or
I'd say time is of the essence.
Yeah. I think that gifts are like better as a surprise.
Yeah, and I like to give them when I arrive to the home.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
I remember the pressure that I felt. I was graciously invited to Kathy Hilton's Christmas party this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never been to such like a fancy person's home in my life, and I was like, what do I even bring? What do you bring to someone who has
What
it all?
did you bring?
So I reached out to some friends, colleagues of mine who I know have gone to events that are of similar stature.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to bring like flowers, card, whatever.
Flowers.
I brought this really high quality olive oil. And Kathy and I have a little inside joke, I would say, because I taught her the term YOLO. So I had the word YOLO inscribed into the bottle.
Wow.
So it was like personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess I'm really thoughtful. But
you're a good gift giver.
Yeah. What would you consider yourself?
Awesome. I would consider myself here today.
Yeah. And I would consider myself really thoughtful, really giving, really kind, best hairline in Hollywood, like all these different things. But anyways, so we met up with our friends Jack and Cole, and we're like, yeah, like we meet you for dinner or something. And they were like, okay, not to be crazy, but what if we went to a Korean spa?
Wait, I didn't know about this.
Yeah. And we were like, I mean, 100%.
Yeah.
Why not? So we went, and it was extremely relaxing, but it was one of those places like we've been to where it's like, you must be naked.
Right. I didn't know about this.
And the first time I went to one of these spas is with my father. Blessed be he, rest in peace. I'm looking at his picture right now, and we went to he really liked a lot of different spas. He liked Russian spas, this spas, that spas. He liked to schwitz, is what us Jews say. And I remember the first time he took me to a Korean spa, and he was wearing a bathing suit, and someone screamed, "Sir, you must be naked!"
And that's a real thing that they do all the time. For my birthday 2 years ago, we went to a spa, and we like went into a room with bathing suits on, and they screamed, "You must be naked."
I just find it so funny.
It's just so funny. Like, it's someone's job to make sure everyone's naked.
Yeah. I was like, okay, like, let's really set the vibe. But I definitely feel comfortable in that capacity. But it was just funny. Like,
you shouldn't.
But after like a long day's work, I just went to a Korean spa with some friends. We sat on the ground and ate. We ordered food, and like the tables are in ways in which you sit on the ground and eat.
That's really fun.
Yeah, it was like so great. We went into these salt
I
spas.
love
We went
salt
to clay
spas.
ones. We did
love
all
clay.
different things. But it was really funny, just to say, like, there were a lot of guys there who were clearly straight, and there were like groups of like guys, and they were just like
dudes hanging out naked.
Dudes hanging out naked. Like, normalize that.
Well, we do have a male loneliness epidemic.
Talk about that. Do you feel lonely?
No, actually.
So you're not like Lucky in Britney Spears' song. She's so lucky.
She's a star. But she cries with her lonely heart.
The way my brain works.
Yeah.
This podcast, you need to keep up with what I got going on.
So that is the vulnerability that the judges have been looking for. This whole competition. I wanted.
If you were in a competition, what would you be good at and what would you be bad at? Any competition.
Yeah. I'm not good at sports.
Oh, you'd be so bad at that part.
Yeah, but
like, what about in Survivor when you have to wrestle each other?
I think I could wrestle.
You could wrestle?
Yeah, I'm scrappy.
Just because you've done a couple dominatrix things.
Yeah. We don't call them dominatrixes when we're men. We call them dominatrixos. Okay. So respect the culture.
This podcast, you can really learn something.
No, that one's fake. Oh. So speaking of gifting and saunas, for your wedding, you gifted me. Why did you gift me something for your wedding?
Because you worked very hard on your wedding.
I designed their suits.
Yes,
I designed their outfits that they wore. Both of your outfits that you wore, and they both had there's 4 outfits.
Yeah,
and I sewed your.
You did so much.
Your what's it called? Your
undergarments.
Your garments into your body to make sure they would stay the whole night. Things like that. Okay, that makes sense. I accept. So, but the boys got me a spa day with them, and I would like to. Should we do that for my birthday this year?
Would love to do that for your birthday this year. I think that would be absolutely fabulous. If I'm gonna be so real.
You're gone for my birthday? You're gone on my birthday.
I arrive back into town on your birthday from the Culture Awards. I get back into town that evening.
On June 1st?
Yeah. So maybe you have to come to the Culture Awards and so we can celebrate in LA. And Jack and Cole, I'm staying with them that night. Okay, we'll talk about it off.
We'll talk about it off pod. I have a lot of corporate gigs already in June.
Yeah, and guess what? I have a corporate hotel where you can stay in.
Great, awesome.
Okay.
So anyway, so I want to do it's every year except for last year.
Oh wait, no, sorry. What I was gonna say,
I've gone to a spa for my birthday with the boys. With Donna and Peter.
Well, I was going to say initially, I think the reason why it's kind of been derailed for a bit is we had budgeted to get a couple's massage for you. And now there's no couple.
Right. And that was supposed to be a surprise that I learned about later.
And we even had coordinated
with that
I would
evil
like
man.
to look back at those texts with his ex and say, because, this is October and you guys broke up in
January. At that time, we were going strong.
Well, I was asking dates, like, when are the good dates where you can get off work, blah, blah, blah. We'll work around you.
You didn't have work.
Right. But I was like, when's easiest for you? Because the element of surprise was important to me. And I was like, I
understand because there were so many times where I was like, let's do it now. And it's like, oh, I don't know if it would work. It's like, but we're hanging out. I'm confused.
Right.
But there was a surprise involved.
There was a surprise and it was going to be a couple's massage. And the whole goal was to be like, you've supported our relationship. Now we're going to support yours and give you a couple's massage.
Wait, can I speaking of relationships.
No, say it.
So I've been out there in the field, kind of like, getting down in the field, getting the lay of the land and going on some dates and stuff. And I need to tell a story of this guy that I hooked up with. It was a 3rd date and I've talked about him on the podcast. He's a really nice guy. I really like him a lot, but I don't see it moving forward for us.
Let's call him Smile.
Let's call him Vegan. So smile when your heart is breaking.
Because he's so smiley.
Smiley guy. We love a smiley guy. I don't even know if he's very smiley, particularly. But I will say that
you're gonna have to yes and me moving forward.
I'm gonna be honest. That's the one thing about this podcast.
One thing about this podcast, you're gonna hear honesty only. Yeah. And we will point at every camera, and even if you're listening only, you can feel our point.
You feel the point. And getting to the point.
Get to it.
We hooked up the last date. And we were naked, and he told me something personal about himself. And what I did in response, I said, thank you so much for telling me. I really appreciate it. And then what I did was I actually let out a toot out of my butthole. And
explain more.
I was kind of straddled on him. And my butt was facing his pee-pee. And so I actually tooted fully on his pee-pee. And so then what I did was I left the room. I left the room fully naked and humiliated. And he said, come back. And he was really sweet about it. And he didn't seem to care. But
people say you can't help who you love. And you also can't help how where you pass gas.
Where you toot.
So, hey, I don't blame you.
For tooting?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I tooted. So sorry. So sorry.
You have a Jewish stomach.
It had nothing to do with that.
I don't nothing think to do in with that moment.
But it is what it is. So I think we've like really dissected.
No, I have one other thing to say.
Okay, yeah.
And I feel like for those watching, but even those listening, they could tell a difference.
What is it?
They could tell something is different right now with me. I'm wearing baggy shorts. Yeah, you heard it here first, babies. I followed the Gen Zs. I followed the gays. I said, okay, we hate short shorts. Gay people used to love short shorts. Now we're all about big, baggy shorts. And guess what? I will follow the trend. Mm-hmm. But I am not going to get...
like a year or so behind, like getting on the trend.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Yeah, you're not ahead of the trend, but you are in the trend.
I'm in the trend. Yeah. And it's like being in the trenches. But I will say, like, I'm not going to get rid of my short shorts because the way this works is it's all cyclical.
It's all cyclical. And that's what my dad... So my dad has always worn plaid shorts for as long as I've known him, which is 33 years. And
spell plaid.
It does start with a P.
Yeah.
So there was a period in... Yeah, him, my dad. There was a period in middle school when we were in middle school where plaid shorts were back. And so he was like in fashion again, which was gaggy.
He's in fashion. I still don't like plaid shorts.
No one should. But
I did wear them.
And everything returns.
Yeah.
And so our shorty shorts will come back. But right now we are wearing clothes that are so baggy. And what I would say about baggy, so comfortable. And I appreciate it. Finally, for once in my life, I'm comfortable in the clothing.
It is really nice for the fashion to be like comfortable.
The millennials that we had to wear really tight pants that were basically like spray painted onto our bodies.
And thank God we were twinks then, or you were a twink and I was on my way to something else.
Awesome. You were totally there too.
I was so lovable.
So just a good guy.
But it was like so much tighter and now I feel comfortable and like, wow, that feels nice. Yeah. But I have these big shorts and I'm not afraid to show them, okay? So if you see me in these streets, just know that I will be doused in short. Should we go into our next topic?
Let's talk about groupthink. This is where we get into what has been happening in the world at large. And one thing that I really am excited about and really have been loving is Demi Lovato's, I was going to say new album, but it's kind of like an addition to her album. So she already released It's Not That Deep, and then she now released It's Not That Deep Unless You Want It to Be. And baby, I don't know if I want it to be, but I do love getting deep in this album. I really love this new era of Demi. I actually, when I first was ideating about becoming a drag queen, my drag name was going to be Gorgina George, and my persona was going to be the most popular girl in middle school, and I was going to be a Demi Lovato super fan, and I was going to just like do Demi all the time, and obviously a lot of references to Mean Girls and things like that in that nature. Ultimately, I felt like that was a really pretty drag queen that didn't have a beard, and like the name Gorgina George. I didn't feel like super Gorgina. And I felt like that wasn't the vibe. I went to more creature, and I ultimately decided on Pink Pancake, which felt more creature and the opposite of Blue Waffle. So that's why I went with that name.
And that was a really niche like pop culture moment. I'm going to talk about something a little more mainstream.
Niche pop culture moment?
Yeah. Even gay people are not on board with her.
For real?
They should be. I really like her music.
I really like her music, and I also like her marketing right now is like, okay, let's fully make fun of all the crazy things you've done over your entire life.
Right.
And like she's had so many bizarre moments in pop culture where someone once asked her in earnest, like, what is your favorite dish? And in earnest, she replied, a mug. But she didn't realize that was...
Has a drag queen done that, like, mug? Like,
of course, okay, yeah. But she's now, like, you know, like, lip-sync to that on TikTok. And then Poot Lovato is, like, a bad picture of her on the internet that I guess has been doctored.
Yeah.
But she also dressed up as Poot Lovato for Halloween, and I just like loved
love that.
Like, because initially she was horrified by that, but now she's like really owning everything. When she came after a froyo store once because it had too many like healthy options, and which I totally can understand about, but that was when she lost it for me because I love froyo, and her fight with froyo like really lost me as a fan.
Yeah,
but then her going back to the froyo store and getting froyo on Ozempic,
really good.
I'm like, yes.
I feel like Ozempic really saved her, unfortunately. Like, she found her comedy.
But it kind of lost Meghan Trainor.
Well, I was just going to say, unfortunately, it lost her. But I will say a horrible quality trait about me is I'm really enjoying her song Shimmer right now.
Meghan Trainor's song Shimmer is his favorite song right now.
Yeah, it could be made in a lab of like basic song that's ever existed. And I'm like, wait a second. Why am I snapping my fingers? I really like it.
Yeah, with no irony to it.
No irony to that.
It's hard to... Meghan Trainor, I want to love her, but
I don't like her as a person.
I don't know her as a person, but it's hard.
I'm here to attack
someone's
her.
Personality was like all about that bass, and then you go on Ozempic. She was the face of the body positivity movement for so long, and then she's like, actually, I hate my body. I'm skinny now. I'm on pills, and that's hard to swallow.
Yeah,
the pills you have to swallow.
The pills. I'm going to talk about another thing that I feel is so relevant to our audience. But I'm going to talk about it, but I'm actually not going to talk about it. Which I feel like the most relevant thing in pop culture is still the Summer House scandal. And I just want to say, I was at the reunion. It did happen. People will be seeing it soon. What I will say is the only thing that I want to leak moving forward is my leaky bladder. I don't want any more leaks. If you're looking, if you're listening, if you're calling in, okay, leaks have been the bane of my existence. For those who don't know, there were leaks related to, and not Nene leaks, because those are iconic. There were leaks in the Summer House reunion. It became a big part of my life to be addressing these. But guess what? You will see the reunion in full, and it will be worth the wait. That is all I'm saying about it. What else should we talk about?
Let's move right on past that. And we need to talk about things that are really, really topical. And oh my God, Ariana is coming out with a new album.
Petals. So I want to talk about Petals.
It's probably getting the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so, but no, Beyonce's doing the rock album.
Slay.
Yeah. So Petals sounds delicate.
Yes.
It sounds thoughtful.
Mm-hmm. Emotional.
I would prefer. I was actually listening to that Meghan Trainor song that I loved, and I was fantasizing as if Ariana. I was like, if this was an Ariana song, this would be the song of the world.
I think Ariana is a lot more thoughtful. Wait, it's so funny. It's really funny because Ariana's like, sorry, I'm an actress now, and I probably won't be doing music for a while. Baby, we're getting an album. We're getting an album.
Right.
I'm really excited for it. I'm excited to see what's up. Obviously, Dangerous Woman is still such like that. Whenever I hear an album by a pop diva, I always hope that they'll have drag queen songs on it that I can perform at bars.
Right.
And when you're like more introspective and doing something that, I mean, Petal seems more in line with like what she's been doing recently, which hasn't been as drag queen centric music.
Right.
And so that is like the lens I always look at a new album.
That's so interesting. I feel that way as well, but just not about, I mean, it's about performing personally.
Like in your apartment.
Around the apartment, while folding laundry.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, and part of my language, I want music to pop my pussy too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally understand. I totally understand that. And we'll see what happens with it. We'll see what happens with it. But I'm excited that she's coming out with new music. And speaking of popping our pussy, Devil Wears Prada 2 has come out. We have not seen it yet. But
Devil Wears Prada full throttle.
Devil Wears Prada 2. This time with more Prada.
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada 2. The devil's in the details. Devil Wears Prada 2.
You think? I'm personally very
so excited for it. I'm nervous but excited.
Yeah. I don't know that I'm excited enough to spend $20 American to go see it in theaters. And
really? No, we're going.
Okay, we'll go tomorrow.
We're going.
Done.
Yeah.
I also do know that
speaking of done, similar to Donna's Dern. Laura Dern is officially going to be on White Lotus. Our prayers have been answered. This is a good time for gay. I mean, a horrible time for gay, but also at the same time, an amazing time for gay. When it comes to Laura Dern, when it comes to Demi Lovato, when it comes to Pedal to the Metal with Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
And like the culture is really, and Cats on Broadway slay. We both saw Cats on Broadway.
That was so good. I'm
loved
not
it so much.
And to our audience who must think, listen to his voice. He must love theater. Honey, I'm not a big theater queen, but I saw Cats the Jellicle Ball, and it was so meow meow meow, so kitty cat purr. Like
it is sensational. It's incredible.
Can you explain what it is to those who don't know?
We did this last time, and I did.
And we're not going to do that.
No, I'm going to try. So I need to redeem myself. It's just Cats the musical, but it's set in the Harlem ballroom scene, and it is just so good. It makes sense for the first time ever because Cats. Well, we already talked about.
Wait, we should do the exact same podcast we've done, but over again. Welcome to You Think, a podcast
by two gays that don't.
We can't talk about this again.
We
so
can't
sorry.
talk about the squeak wall.
Love.
Cats.
I really enjoyed it, but I did. You don't want to use too much AI because it could really waste water. But I did have to ask halfway through. Hi, I said, hi, AI. I'm really loving this show. Can you tell me what it's about?
Could you not sense what it's about?
Not even for a second.
But you didn't understand that. I mean, because it's not about anything. But I thought so. I saw Cats so many times. I thought for the first time ever, this production actually made the show have a plot.
Well, I had never seen.
It's not a
Cats.
deep plot, but you could tell that they were like competing in categories.
Yeah, I mean, I got that much, but I was like, why?
It is hard when you're
cats?
so stupid, Basically, everything's gay, everything's cool, and I drank a little bit too much tequila while filming this podcast.
Maybe we should get to our final segment.
I think we should.
This segment is called What Do You Even Think? And this time I decided we're going to do a 60-second countdown.
Why?
Because we have to limit our time. So basically, we're going to say, together we are the perfect 2003
gays. And I know everything about Broadway and drag queens, and he knows everything about housewives, reality TV, that kind of situation. And so, but I think we can just do it about anything and no one will know what it's about.
Well, we decided that we were pivoting, so
right.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and pivot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask Michael to guess what he even thinks about someone in the reality TV world, and give him 60 seconds to guess about that person. Michael, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You have 60 seconds to tell me, who is Teddy Mellencamp?
Okay. This is an easy one. So Teddy Mellencamp is a camp director, obviously, and he invented a reality TV show where people who loved different kinds of melon, watermelon, cantaloupe. There's another one that's like green.
Can't eat lobes.
And he brought all these people to a camp. And they had to do melon eating contests. And he also was he was kind of like a bear, like a teddy bear. So his name isn't even Teddy. It's Theodore, obviously. But he goes by Teddy because he kind of is like everyone's little teddy
15
bear.
seconds left.
And so everyone had to compete on who could eat a watermelon the fastest. And that was his TV show. And it was on YouTube.
Okay, you have 5 more seconds. Any last words?
My last words are, the winner of that show won $100,000.
And that's time. Okay, wait, you were actually
pretty close.
Scary close.
Camp Melon?
You started,
Melon Camp?
There was one thing that was wrong. Only one thing.
Yeah.
The gender of the person. This is a woman.
Oh, it's a woman.
Yeah.
Who is she?
Teddy Mellencamp was a member of 3 seasons of Bravo's The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh.
And she's the daughter of singer-songwriter John Mellencamp. So she has a long storied history on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Only 3 seasons. She's the owner of, founder and the owner of All In by Teddy, which is kind of like this fitness lifestyle program. She's currently going through a cancer battle and really bravely sharing about it on her podcast. Yeah. And on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, other people accused her on her cast of being boring. And so she didn't return to it, but now she's one of the top podcasters in this country. And guess what?
What?
We
Chicken
are
butt?
not.
Oh, shit. Okay. I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you what the plot. Are you ready?
Yes, of course I'm ready. What do you think I'm doing here?
I'm asking you, what is the plot of Next to Normal, the musical?
Okay, Next to Normal, the musical. So normal would be the suburbs. So what is next to that? A gas station. So this is the story of a local gas station in the suburbs. And it's kind of like, 30 Rock is about the people who work in the building 30 Rock,
Right.
The Office, who works in. So this is really like one of those workplace comedies
Yeah.
where it's all about working at the gas station. So you're going to have the front desk person. Front desk, there would be a cashier. Then you're going to go ahead and have, since it's in New Jersey, they have to fill up your tank for you.
Yeah.
So someone runs out, they fill it up for you. Then you have someone who takes care of the bathrooms because, a lot of people are peeing everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, Next to Normal is kind of about what happens when you work in these suburban gas stations. All the clientele who come in and out,
15 seconds.
And just kind of the kooky, quirky moments that happen in between. And it's a musical,
Right.
Brought to you by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Wow, I'm surprised you know who that man is.
He wrote Cuts.
The Jellicle Ball, honey. Well, he wrote Cuts, and then they made it a Jellicle Ball. So you were really, really close.
Wait,
really
I felt
close with
it.
that
I
one.
felt it.
So Next to Normal is bizarrely a rock musical about, like a pop rock musical about a woman with bipolar disorder who is struggling to find the right medicine and care for herself while raising her daughter and the relationship with her husband, and also has a son who has passed away.
Oh,
yeah.
So
you're really
how would
close.
you relate it to gas?
I feel like there's probably a lot of farting.
There's
that
farting
happens.
in this musical.
Yeah, in the musical.
Are you starring in it?
I actually saw the musical 4 times. Oh, I starring in it. I saw this musical 4 times on Broadway. And
it does not sound fun, no homo.
It's a crier. It's a crier. But the music is really fun. It is. But it does make you cry.
The music is fun?
Yeah.
Okay, Demi Lovato.
I kiss for fun.
It's fun to kiss.
So that was, I think, kind of all the capacity I have before. I think I'm done thinking for the day.
Oh my God. My head hurts from how hard I've been thinking. I need a break.
Yeah.
And so maybe we should end this podcast.
Yeah.
But you know what our audience should do?
Swipe up.
No, they should keep their thinking caps on and keep thinking.
Bye now.
We love you, babies. Thanks for watching and listening and thinking about you think.
My name is Pink Pancake.
I'm the Prima Donald.
And that's all for now. Bye.
Fart noise. You Think is produced and edited by Straight Luke, a.k.a. Luke Martin, and Kind of Sort of by Peter Schum.
Art by Curtis Brown and music by Jack Rayner.